said, well, how are we going to, all these different apps that people want to use, how are we going to enable you to bring those up here, put them on the canvas, and actually interact with them? And what we did was we wrote an application called AirConnect, which Adam talked about in his slides. But AirConnect basically allows you to take your laptop, Mac, Windows, your tablet, your phone, any device that you have, cast it up here in real time, and show it as part of the canvas. And not only can you show it, at least for laptops, you can also interact with it just like it actually was running here on the canvas. And I'll just kind of demo that to you. So, so now what we're doing is, I'll demo that to you in just a second when I get to the AirConnect feature, but that's basically all of the devices in the tray. There's a few, we kind of call them power user features that are in this menu that's right here in the middle. So if I take this menu button and I tap it, you'll see, especially one of the things that's very interesting to most people is video conference applications, and you'll see those are listed right here. So this particular ThinkHub device is set up to run WebEx, Microsoft Teams, Skype for Business, Zoom, and BlueJeans. You can't use them at the exact same time, but you can have one meeting that's a Teams meeting, and you jump out of that, and then go into your next meeting might be a Zoom meeting, and that would be no problem. You can just go right from one to the other. And there's several other kind of high-level feature, power user features that are in this menu. But kind of the basics are, if you get the tray and the things on the screen, you're good to go for your meeting. So, yep. So now I'm going to talk about AirConnect for a second. So as we mentioned, I'm just going to delete some of this content up here. As we mentioned, AirConnect is the device, the application that you put on your own device. And it allows you to do a couple things. One is cast your screen directly to the canvas. And so I'll just step over here real quick and show you that. I'll show you a demo of what's going on my laptop in just a minute. But first, I type my password incorrect. Here we go. And then cast my screen. Boom. So as soon as I cast my screen, you'll see a new object shows up in the device tray, which is right down here. And this is actually my laptop. It says Jay Morris. That's my laptop. I tap that, it pops up on the canvas. And, so this is live coming off of my laptop. If I step over here, kind of over to the side, you can see if I move this up and down on my laptop, it's moving up and down there on the screen. If, anything that's going on here on my screen shows up on there. So I could, and this works for Mac, Windows, Android, iOS, and even Linux products. And you can have multiple of these up on the screen at the same time. So this is perfect if you want to compare two pieces of content kind of side by side that are coming from two different people. Maybe they have even different operating system devices and different apps that they're using, but you can put all of that content up here and share it, and collaborate on it at the same time. Now, of course, as with all the objects, I can easily just annotate right on top of this. I can also do the snapshot feature if I want to take a snapshot of this content and kind of save it. So all of that's really powerful. Features available in the ThinkHub platform. So the other thing I said is, I can come here and let's say I had, let's just pull up like a web browser here or something, T1V.com. Let's just say I had this up here. There's a feature that we call touch control, which works on all the air-connected devices. So anybody that's casting their screen up here, I can come up here to this, and once I tap on it, now I can actually control this. So I can hit this markets button here. I'm actually controlling my laptop. I hit enterprise, click that button, it'll go in there. I can say, let me go over here to solutions. Say I want to look at, something on AirConnect. I click right there, showing you AirConnect. So basically I'm controlling my laptop from the screen, and you can do this for multiple devices up here all at the same time. I could just click in each window and it controls each one of those. So it's a super easy to use feature, very powerful. We also support this touch control feature on our HDMI inputs by using an optional USB touch control module. So we also support it on hardware based, and we do it on AirConnect. So now what I'm showing you is just casting my device to the screen. Now what if I was, and we've already said, this works when you're in the room on the same network, or if you're even remote and home, and you can cast your content directly to the canvas, even if you're not in the room, not on the same network. But of course, you would also, if you're remote, you also want to be able to see what's on the canvas. So that's another feature that we have. So I'm just going to close this window out here. I'm going to zoom over. I'm going to change the camera feed here real quick. We also support in ThinkHub. We support controlling the cameras, pan, tilt, zoom features, directly in ThinkHub. So that's just a cool feature. So I just did that. I clicked on that feed, so it zoomed into my laptop here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the AirConnect app. I'm going to stop casting, and I'm going to switch to access. So I just clicked on the access button, and now, as you can see, I actually see the whole canvas here on my device. And there's a couple of buttons up here, a point button. If I wanted to point to something and I was remote, I could just point right here. It draws a little circle around there. See that moving around. If I wanted to control it, I could actually click the control button, and now I can actually move the canvas around. I can grab any object, move it around. I can pinch and zoom an object, make it bigger, smaller. I can even annotate on top of objects. So you get the full capability of being in the room, when you're remote, right from the AirConnect app. We can add multiple pieces of content. So one cool thing also is if I had some cool content I wanted to discuss, I could just come here. I could say grab a file. Like in this case, it's an image file. I could just grab this file, I could drop it right on the canvas, and it shows up right there. You can see now it's on the canvas. I can pinch and zoom that, look at it, pinch, move it around. I can come over here and grab another piece of content, maybe a floor plan. This is a similar one that we were looking to before. But now, what I want to point out, once I do that object, the image file, the PDF file, it actually exists as a separate object on the canvas now. It's not just sharing something from my laptop. So I could shut my laptop and walk away. This content would stay up here on the canvas. So I'm going to jump back, camera view back to this main screen here. So one other real important feature is, say you have all of this content up here and your meeting's done. How do you get this content out? I mean, there's a couple ways. One, I already showed you that you can individually email items out, but there's a feature here called sharing where I can take the whole canvas and I can populate this box here that says only send the visible canvas. So I can send a PDF version of what is on the canvas, and I can pick the whole canvas or the particular, or my particular view of the canvas and send that out as an email. So that's pretty cool. But what if I want to bring all of this content back into another meeting and really edit it later? So what we call that is a session. And what we allow you to do is on this tab here that says sessions, I'm going to tap it right there. You can open session files. You can save a session file. So if I saved all of this as a session file, it would save every piece of content in its original form, including all of the annotations and the exact view that I had of the canvas at that moment that I saved it. And then later, if I come in, I can just open that and I'm exactly back where I left off with all the same content, all the same annotations. So you can save that. You can save it directly to the device, for example, and this is a configuration on when you set up your ThinkHub, how you want it set up. Save it to a network storage location, or you can save it to a cloud storage location. But the idea is you save it so you can get access to it later and come back in. You can also, in AirConnect, we have a feature here that I was talking about. You can actually download these session files straight into your device. So now I can download the whole session into my laptop and walk out of this room. I can go to a different room that has another ThinkHub, and I can just pull it right up from there, without having to worry about kind of what file system I'm on or whatever. You can do that with your phone also, so that's really powerful. Okay, so that pretty much does it for ThinkHub and AirConnect features.